3 months into the year, our plans changed. And it's a good change. But sometimes it's tough to be okay with change when you've been looking forward to a goal for so long. Hey guys, welcome back to Working Aussies Homestead. My name is Jordan Kelly, and today we are going to create our January 2023 budget and go over how December was for us. So let's get started. I'm going to start by going into our Every Dollar Budgeting app. If you're new here, thank you so much for joining. Welcome, and we're excited to have you tag along as we continue our debt-free journey using Dave Ramsey's Every Dollar Budgeting app. So we're going to log in there, and it is going to ask me if I'm ready to create my January budget. Not quite yet, because we're going to go over our December ones. We're going to scroll back, tap on December, and go through. So now I do want to preface this by saying that our budget was a little off for the month of December, and it's with good reason, but I do want to say that we did have some money saved in our savings account for our rainy day fund should we need to use anything for the birth of our daughter, which we welcomed her on December 9th with an unmedicated home birth. If you are interested in watching that video, I will make sure I leave a link to it down in the description below. But I did want to just preface that. So we're going to look it over and see how we did this month. So we were a little short in terms of income for Starbucks. So what we were told we would make and what we actually have been given on our paychecks were two completely different things. And which is a little frustrating, but now we know what to actually budget for the month of January. So we did not meet either of our goals for the month of December in terms of income from Starbucks. So those aren't in there. We did get paid from YouTube, and we did board some dogs. So all of our bills were in there. Bills were the same. Groceries, we did go a bit over. Gas, we did not spend all of it, so that was awesome. So we're going to just tidy this up here a little bit. Insurance went through, so it was 107.69. So I'll put that in there, 69. And then our feed budget was $156.13, so that was nice. Wasn't quite as much. Adobe went through $10.69. Okay, so that's in there. We had doTERRA. We purchased a few things on Amazon that we needed, as well as some more digital storage. So we did buy another external hard drive. That way we can actually organize all of our files, because we do have more of them now. So we did do that. Dog and cat food, the website, the gym went through, so $23.06. So that's in there. We did do the placenta encapsulation, so that is in there. And we also had to pay health insurance, which is kind of frustrating. So not only are we making less than what we expected for our maternity and paternity leave, but also our insurance is not automatically taken out of those paychecks, so we have to pay that separate. So $566 was not initially accounted for in the budget for the month of December. So that is part of the reason why we are over budget. We also had some other expenses that were personal, and then we did pay on Josh's loan. So we were $243.50 over budget for the month of December. But again, we did have that bit of buffer in our savings account. And again, more than double what we went over in budget was actually not initially accounted for because that was our health and vision and dental insurance through work. So all that aside, we are going to go ahead and start our January budget. We had some very exciting news. We had 9 puppies join us yesterday morning, New Year's Eve morning. And we're so excited for their addition. We're also excited that that is part of our income and will cover Josh's full income for the year of 2023. So we're super excited about their addition, and they're going to be included in the budget. And then that's going to be part of our budget line item for the year. So without further ado, let's go ahead and tap on January. We're going to create our January budget. If you're new to the budgeting app, it does automatically transfer everything over, which is super nice if all of your bills and your income is the same every month. However, ours is not. So we're gonna go through line by line and adjust that. So Starbucks for Josh, we're going to change this to $1,200. Like I said, much less than we anticipated, but it is what it is at this point. At least we're getting paid something versus not getting paid anything and having to go back to work right after having a baby. So we are at least thankful for that. YouTube, we are going to get paid from YouTube again because our birth video actually has done really well, and we've made more from that video to issue another check from YouTube AdSense. So that is in there. I'm going to change boarding to say HOA, and this is going to be $400. So we are going to be speakers or teachers for the business event that Homesteaders of America is putting on. So I'm going to put that in there. And then we will also be getting deposits for our puppies. So let's see. That is going to be $13,500, I believe. Let's see. All right. Okay, so we're going to, there we go. Okay, so that's going to be in there. Our mortgage went up to $977.86. Water is $0. We have an extra balance. I don't know if we made an extra payment or what happened with that, but that is in there. Natural gas is the same. Electricity did go up. It got super cold. I don't know if it got cold where you live, but it did get down into the single digits, which is very unusual for North Carolina, especially our zone 8A. It does not get below 20 degrees very often at all. It barely gets below 30 degrees most of the time. Oh, it wasn't water that went down. It was trash. I'm sorry. So $44.95 for water. Trash is $0. Okay, phone, storage unit, internet. For groceries, we're going to go back down to $200. Gas, we're only going to put in $100 for this. Insurance is still the same. We're also going to put in here maintenance. So I do need an oil change on my vehicle, so we're going to put $25 in here. That's just for oil. We already have the filter. We already have everything else for that. We need to do the oil change, and Josh actually does the oil changes on our vehicles. super handy to have a husband who likes working with vehicles and can do all of the basic maintenance work. It also saves us quite a bit by doing that. So feed, we're gonna do $250 in here. That's in case we need to supplement with some extra. doTERRA, we're gonna do $150. We're gonna take Amazon off here. I'm going to, it loves to do this. I'm gonna change the name of this to Greenhouse. So because of the storms that we've had and our lovely luck, we are needing to do some upgrades to our greenhouse. We're needing to add a new panel because we lost one that was a part of the door. We're going to make the door slide on hinges, open and close, versus how it is on a track that slides open, because it doesn't work very well. And then it gets mega crazy hot in the greenhouse in the summer and kills all the plants. So we are getting a shade cloth to put on top of it. Again, if you are interested in our review on the Harbor Freight $400 greenhouse, we do have a YouTube video about that, and I will make sure to link that down below, because we have had to make some major changes to it. So we're gonna put $100 in the budget to fix up the greenhouse. So that is in there. Dog and cat food is going to go up a little bit just because we do have puppies. So that's going to be $229.95. And we're going to change this to vet visit. And we're going to have it be $400. I don't know exactly what it's going to be yet because it is Sunday, and I'll call tomorrow and set that up. But on average, it's around $400. So we're going to just have that in the budget automatically. If it changes and it's something else, we'll go back and fix it. And then we also need to pay the stud fee for this litter, and that is $1,500. So we're gonna put that in there. Gym is still the same. Health insurance is only going to be $283.43, and we're gonna take placenta encapsulation off. We're gonna scroll down. All right, and we don't need any of these. Oop. It's just gonna keep doing that. Okay, delete. All right, delete. Delete that off of there. Delete that off of there. Okay, and then Josh's loan is still going to be $310.47. So that means we have $11,275.46 left to budget. And because of how we do things, we are going to go ahead and put some into savings. Let's see. We'll just put puppies on here. So let's say we're gonna put 11,000 in here. All right, so we're gonna put $11,000 into our savings. That way we have $275.46 left to budget. So again, if you are new here, part of our income is our dog breeding program. We raise Australian Shepherds. We only have 1 to 2 litters a year, but that does make up for a majority of our income that is on the homestead. Now, we both still work off the homestead, and so we do have an income from that. But our eventual goal is to both work from home, and our big goal, especially for 2023, is for Josh to come home for at least the entire year. And my goal is to get some speaking engagements lined up to the point where I can come home for the year. And we can both be here and work from the homestead and raise our daughter together, and not have to rely on daycare, not have to rely on family, but just the two of us. So those are some big goals for us. And I do want to, since this is a January budget video, go over how the year was for us. And this was a big and crazy year, and I'm gonna get emotional because it's an emotional year. But it's crazy to look back over the year and not get emotional, because our goal for 2022 was to be debt-free. And it's hard to not be upset about that, because we're not. Because 3 months into the year, our plans changed. And it's a good change. But sometimes it's tough to be okay with change when you've been looking forward to a goal for so long. We've been working on becoming debt-free for almost 5 years. That's a long time when you budget hard and you budget tight. And it's a long time when we've been at the point where we had no money, but I was working 2 or 3 jobs, and Josh was working 16-hour days at a job he didn't like, because that's what we had to do. And so we've gotten ourselves to a point where we can actually do what we want to do and enjoy what we're doing. But it's still tough to kind of accept the fact that we didn't crush our goal for the year. And I know if you are not new to our channel, you're probably out there going, but Jordan, you had a baby, and that was important, and that was big. And it was. It was. But we as people sometimes struggle to be okay with our plan not happening and it being God's plan, because it's always God's plan and it's always God's timing. But sometimes it's hard to be okay with that. It's something that I've struggled with having a baby. Because that was something that I had to put all of my energy and effort and focus into. Because I had to really change my life and change the decisions that I made on a daily basis, because I had to be mindful of the little life that I was growing. I haven't ever been good at taking the best care of myself. And so when we found out that we were pregnant, Josh kind of joked and said, well, God said you weren't going to have a choice to take care of yourself, because now you really need to, because there's this little life growing inside of you. I'm sure a lot of you out there are thinking about 2022 and how the year went, and thinking about things you wish hadn't happened or wish would have gone differently. Don't get me wrong, I'm thankful for our daughter. She's beautiful and I love her. But I'm still learning to be okay with the fact that we're not debt-free, and the fact that we have to still work hard for that. But maybe this year will be the year. In the meantime, we're gonna keep working away at it, and hopefully we can make it happen. So if this year your goal is to be debt-free, we're right here with you. You know, the reason why we started sharing our budget and our journey was because we wanted to be held accountable. Because even though we tried, the people who were closest to us in our life, they didn't get it. And that's okay. Not everybody has to get it or understand what we do and why we do it. But we needed to be held accountable, and we needed people in our court that would understand and would push us. And so we turned to you guys. You're our accountability, because you're watching this video and you've watched other videos that we've put out there, and you're part of our people, and so we appreciate you. But we want to be there for you too, and push you on and cheer you on, you know. So if you're struggling with something, or if you want to be held accountable this year for your goals, put them down in the comments. Send us an email, write us a letter, you know, send us a message. We'd love to hear from you, and we'd love to hear all about it, because that's what being a part of this community is being there for one another. So while I'm over here blubbering because we didn't become debt-free this year, I just want you to know that we're here to help you crush your goals this year too. So, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you have a great new year.